Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Topic for today's video is the rise of nationalism in Europe. This chapter includes Introduction, Nation, Frédéric Soriot and his visualization, the French Revolution and the idea of nation, the making of nationalism in Europe, Unification of Italy, Unification of Germany, visualizing the nation, Napoleonic Code, nationalism, and imperialism. The term nationalism is similar to the term patriotism. Nationalism is the idea of a sense of common identity and a sense of belongingness to a particular geographical area. Apart from this, it is also a sense of attachment to a particular culture. It should be kept in mind that culture encompasses a variety of factors, like language, cuisine, costumes, folklore. Nation is a large number of people of mainly common descent, language, history, inhabiting a territory bounded by defined limits and forming a society under one government is called a nation. Frédéric Soriot and his visualization. In 1848, Frédéric Soriot, a French artist, prepared a series of 4 prints. The first print shows the people of Europe and America marching in a long train and offering homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. A female figure carries a torch of enlightenment in one hand and the Charter of the Rights of Man in the other hand. On the earth lies the shattered remains of the symbols of absolutist institutions. World made up of democratic and social republics. Leading the procession are USA and Switzerland, followed by France and Germany. Following Germany are Austria, Kingdom of the Two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, and Russia. The French Revolution and the idea of nation. French Revolution of 1789 was the first clear expression of nationalism. Before 1789, France was under absolute monarchy. With French Revolution, monarch was thrown out and a sovereign body of French citizens was established. This revolution made France the nation-state and made many political and constitutional changes like a new French flag was adopted to replace former royal standard. The Estates General, renamed as General Assembly, became an elected body. Centralized administration and uniform civil laws were made for citizens. French nationalism emerged from its numerous wars with England, which involved the reconquest of the territories that made up France. Ideas of la patrie and les citoyens. The idea of la patrie, the fatherland, and les citoyens, the citizen, in the French Revolution signified that community should enjoy equal rights under the constitution of the country, and this created the sense of collective identity among the French people. The making of nationalism in Europe. Rise of middle class. Germany, Italy and Switzerland were divided into kingdom, duchies and cantons. These divisions were having their autonomous rulers. Industrialization in England, emergence of a working class and liberalism. Industrialization resulted in an increase in population and the phenomenon of urbanization, as a growing number of people moved to urban centers in search of employment. New conservation after 1815 and preservation of traditional institution. Napoleon was defeated in 1815 by the combined power of Britain, Russia, Prussia, and Austria. After the defeat of Napoleon, European governments wanted to follow conservatism. The conservatives believed that established, traditional institutions of state and society should be preserved. They believed in preserving the monarchy, the church, social hierarchies, property and the family. But most of them also wanted to retain the modernization which Napoleon carried out in the spheres of administration. Unification of Italy. Giuseppe Mazzini had played an important role in the unification of Italy. He formed a secret society called Young Italy in Marseille to spread his goals. He believed Italy could not continue to be a patchwork of small states and had to be forged into a single unified republic. During 1830, Mazzini sought to put together a coherent program for a unitary Italian republic. As uprisings in 1831 and 1848 had failed, The mantle now fell on Sardinia-Piedmont under its ruler Emmanuel II to unify Italy. Under Chief Minister Cavour, Sardinia-Piedmont succeeded in destroying the Austrian forces in 1859. Even Garibaldi joined the fray. In 1860, they marched into South Italy and the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies and with the help of the local peasants, drove out the Spanish rulers. In 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed as King of United Italy. Unification of Germany. In the 18th century, Germany was divided into a number of states. Some of these states ceased to exist during the Napoleonic Wars. At the end of the war, there were still 39 independent states in Germany. Prussia was most powerful, dominated by big landlords known as Junkers. Nationalist feelings were widespread among middle-class Germans who had tried to unite the different regions of the German Federation into a nation-state governed by an elected parliament. Prussia was most powerful, dominated by big landlords known as Junkers. The King of Prussia rejected the offer and the liberal initiative of nation-building was repressed by the combined forces of the monarchy, the military and the Junkers. Consequently, on 18th of January 1871, an assembly comprising of princes of German states, representatives of the army, important Prussian ministers and Bismarck gathered in the Palace of Versailles and proclaimed the Prussian king, Kaiser William, the new German emperor. Visualizing the nation. Nations were portrayed as female figure allegory. Mary Ann and Germania were both female allegories used by artists in the 19th century to represent the nation. Statues of Mary Ann were erected in public squares as a national symbol of unity. In France she was named Mary Ann, a popular Christian name, which underlined the idea of a people's nation. Her characteristics were drawn from those of liberty and republic: the red cap, the tricolor, the cockade. Mary Ann images were marked on coins and stamps. Germania became the allegory of the German nation. Germania wears a crown of oak leaves as German oak stands for heroism. It was hung from the ceiling of St. Paul's Church, where Frankfurt Parliament was convened, to symbolize the liberal revolution. Napoleonic Code ruled France from 1799 to 1815. The various revolutionary governments were the National or Constituent Assembly from 1789 to 1791, the Legislative Assembly from 1791 to 1792, the National Convention from 1792 to 1795, the Directory from 1795 to 1799, the Consulate from 1799 to 1804, and the Empire under Napoleon from 1804 to 1815. Gained absolute powers in 1799 by becoming the first consul. Feudal system was abolished and peasants were freed from serfdom and manorial dues. Abuse of manorial lords. In towns, guild restrictions were removed. Transport and communication systems were improved. Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law, equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that each independent being must be treated equally by the law and that all are subject to the same laws of justice. Secured the right to property. A central challenge in securing property rights is the subversion of justice through legal skill, bribery, or physical force by the strong, the state or its powerful citizens against the weak. We present evidence that the less educated and poorer citizens in many countries feel their property rights are least secure. Nationalism and Imperialism. The idea of romantic nationalism made this region very explosive. Last quarter of the 19th century, nationalism became a narrow creed with limited ends. Intolerance Balkan became the sense of big power rivalry. Nationalism, aligned with imperialism cause of World War I. Idea of a nationalism was now same everywhere. But concept of national state was accepted universally. Balkans was a region of geographical and ethnic variation was under the control of the Ottoman Empire. The Balkans comprised modern-day Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Slovenia, Serbia, and Montenegro. The Balkan states were fiercely jealous of each other and each hoped to gain more territory at the expense of each other. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.